Thank you, Thomas. There we go. All right. Nothing like using a new laptop and having to relearn it all. All right. So, Mega like Geeks and Freaks. All I said was new stuff. I got 2 laptops running. So, I'm trying to watch the one laptop for comments on Facebook while doing the other. I don't know if this damn webpage is refreshed or not because we'll see. I haven't seen it come up yet. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. If I don't respond to your comments on Facebook that you're posting, I'll have to respond to them after because I am actively. Oh, there it goes. All right, now it's coming up. Yeah, like those specs. Nothing like Dollar Tree to make your day. All right, here we go. So now I can watch. All right, Thomas says, got it. George Cairns, no volume loop. George Cairns, Georgie K. Okay, now the sound is up. All right, so let's see what we got today. Aim big. All right, so 708 members Amigo like dropped down to 707. Then it went back up to 708. Not sure if somebody fell in, fell out. Maybe somebody fell out of the bathtub and now came back in. But Thomas Sawyer, this one's on you. Thomas Sawyer claimed 715 by December 31st. I would have been happy. Even if we get to 700, I'm just happy to get to 700. Very, very cool with that. It's very nice to see an active community that we don't really advertise. Like, we don't have some toy company that we're running to with a bunch of people advertising through there or some crazy massive website or anything like that. So it's just people spreading word of mouth. It's nice to have people come in. For those of you guys that are new, if you're checking this out, Migo Like is open forum, and you may discuss as long as you don't, for example, call as long as you don't call Brian Sanchez's sister something bad, like your sister, then you're okay. We like the open discussion. We like people to give different opinions. If you're all robots, say, oh, this is so great. We love it. Yay. And then one person goes, I don't really like it. They go, you're banned now. We don't do that shit. That's ridiculous. We want people to have open discussion. We want people to have fun. We want people to go on. Our Secret Santa's underway. Very excited for that. Some of you guys have been faster than I thought getting stuff done. We had some extra people join in, which makes it even more fun because it's bigger. That's underway. It's our first Secret Santa. We're going to see how it goes. I'm just basically playing the dungeon master manager of it so I can make sure everything's going. If anybody has any problems or issues with the Secret Santa, let me know. Unfortunately, it's a little too late to join unless I can get at least 4 more people. I'd have to have come in really soon if you want to get in. So it's a little late because everybody's been divided up, and hopefully you guys are underway. Let's see who is in here. Let me just give a little. So George Karen says 1,000 in 2023. You mean by the end of 2023, George? I would probably say that's a possibility. Sanchez can hear me. Thank God, Sanchez. I thought you're going to have to get your, that brass tube thing you got to listen so you can hear. You old bastard. Yes, all word of mouth. And all word of mouth. Amigo like, you can say any fucking thing you want. It's great. That's what I'm talking about right there. There it is. See that comment right there? There you go. George, very outspoken in the community. George Cairns. He's a troublemaker, don't we know? We aren't ego. You guys, man, you have to be nice. We're here to talk toys, not people, right? Right. And then let's all go to the back room and chit chat about everybody that we said we wouldn't talk about. And Brian Sanchez says George speaks the truth. All right. So what do we got today? All right, I got a couple things, and I have to figure out a way to give some shit away, I think, today. I think that's what we're going to do. I want to do it today. I really would like to because I like to get out for Christmas. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'm not quite sure what to do. All right, so let's start with the old simple shit. So I wound up taking this Lone Ranger Gabriel Silver Horse that I got the other day. I know you guys probably can't tell, but I cleaned it up. I gave it a little soapy, warm water, and I cleaned it up. And although it's got some melt marks and shit, it came out a lot better than it was. So I was very excited for that. I showed you guys all these really cool things that I found the other day, these Star Troopers from Leonard. I was really happy about these. I got to tell you, like, I was talking to Brian Sanchez and Danny Gase about them, that these are like $17 where I got them, and they're on eBay for $80 to $100. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. But this came in today. Today or yesterday? I think it was today. No, yesterday I got it. This is one of the Singer Crafts, our American Heritage Historic Costume Collection. Like I said, it's more of a doll It's more of a doll if you check it out. They were based in Paterson, New Jersey. Paterson, New Jersey used to consider themselves the sewing capital of the world. Yes, sewing capital of the world. But the squishy head in there is this. They use the same squishy head for all the male figures. The Native American ones or American Indians, however you classify them in your mind, they use the same one, but they colored it in a darker tanner color. They rooted the hair, and these faces are, believe it or not, available. I think it's one of the Spirit of 76 figures, if I remember correctly, that I looked up, has the same head. That's why I kind of put them in. They're about 6.5, 7 inches, but they've got this doll stand. It's in the shape of a heart. They only move the arms. They don't move much else. It's kind of a blow mold body, but the costume's pretty cool. So it's really more of a doll, we'll say, but in any case, what can I tell you? It's collectible. If you don't like it, don't collect it. Don't care. All right. And by the way, I'm throwing up the Singer Crafts page. I'm almost done with that on My Amigo Like. There we go. Throw the whole place apart. So I'm throwing it up on myamigolike.com. We'll have that up shortly and going. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Do I have? Oh, yeah. Some of you guys are going there. There's Coy Dean Muncie. Coy Dean Muncie. What is up? What is up? What is up? I don't know if I could see Coin's. Okay, so Coin, you didn't do that. Coy, did I say Coin? Coy, you didn't let Facebook and Restream talk to each other, so I can see your messages on this laptop now, which I couldn't see before, which is really, really cool. So you're saying it blows. Yes. Dean's Toy Box. That's got to be Dean Verge. I'm guessing that's Dean Verge. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say yes. And yes, it does blow. If you're into American history or into historical figures, if you have the Spirit of 76 figures, which are on the cards, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, just go to myamigolike.com. You can check out. There's 200 pages so far, and we're still adding daily. We're adding daily to there. More and more stuff. Right there, you guys can go check some stuff out and see what's there and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but you can check out all kinds of cool stuff. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of figures on there. We got more stuff coming in. I'm very excited. Thomas Sawyer's been sending me pictures. I'm not telling you guys what it is yet. When the page goes up, I will let you know. Thomas is actively putting together a page for us to add up there. I got a few other things going on as well. This camera looks a little darker than the other one. I think it's probably where it's positioned. So I'll work on that in the future. All right. What else do we get? What else do we get? What else do we get? Okay. I was actually surprised I ran into these. So I found these at my local CVS pharmacy. I think they were $1.25. Hot Wheels Star Wars Landspeeder. I thought they were actually quite cool. I bought 3 of them. I'm keeping 2 for now because I'm a greedy bastard. The other one, yes, that's right. We'll be giving that away at some point. And then I went to all places, Walmart, and they must have just put out the Hot Wheels because the racks were full, and there was like 10 of these sitting out front. And I know Maximus Overnight has showed this before. This is the gold edition of the Adam West TV show Batmobile. It's gold with purple in there. I have 3 of these. I'm keeping 2. The other one I will give away. What else do I want to show you guys? Oh, I got all kinds of shit. This I actually picked up. I don't usually pick this shit up because I think it's Walmart brand stuff, if you will. It's called Adventure Force. Tony May, if you remember, did a shark for me. He took the Adventure Force shark and he painted it all up. It's sitting over there with my Tony May shelf for my Fighting Furies. But I picked this up. I was like, I got to get this thing. I was like, sometimes there's just nothing and you just start looking for shit to buy that you shouldn't be buying. Well, it's this 1/6 scale dirt bike, right? It's this 1/6 scale. So it's kind of perfect for G.I. Joe. The vintage or the newer ones, and you give a little, so you can actually I guess you can see the lights go on the back. Let's see if I can show you guys the lights. Let's see. Let's put the lights on. But what's crazier is if you open the gas tank and you put water in there, that's right, it flatulates. It has smoke that comes out the back. You actually can have smoke coming out the back when you rev it up. If you check it out up here, there it is. But it's basically a water gun, I guess, if you will, and it shoots smoke. It's got its own stand, so you don't have to worry about it falling over because it is a dirt bike. Most dirt bikes don't have a kickstand because most dirt bikes are transported using the dirt and put away, right? I guess that's the thing. But try it. Turn throttle on or press down on seat to rev the motor. I don't know where the hell that is. Well, that doesn't seem to be working, but you can do this. I don't know. In any case, it revs. That's all there is to it. It's perfect G.I. Joe scale. I'm very excited. All right. What else did I put in the title here that I was supposed to show you? Because I got shit all over this table. I'm not doing well. Hot Wheels, Adventure Force. Oh, all right. We got to do the. There we go. We got the circle. Okay, we got that. All right, let's check out our box of the day. All right. So while I'm opening the box of the day, because I know this is I'm going to call this. I'm dedicating this show to Daniel Gates. We're going to call this the Danny Gates Show. While I'm opening this, but before I open it, I was really fortunate yesterday. I got to found somebody who was selling some of those cool Mexican knockoffs that I like to get that are just, they look like crap because they're really hardcore knockoffs. And got to talking with this gentleman. He actually joined our group. His name is Luis. Imagine that. Similar name, right? Basically the same name. And we were talking a lot, and I had a good conversation with him actually for a while. And he was able to actually give me information on these bootleg figures. If you guys remember them, they're copies of Lily Leedy's or Mego mostly, but they did do some of their own. So I wound up getting a couple figures from him. You're going to be very surprised when I show you one of them. Some of you already knows what it is. Others of you don't. It's a very, very specific character. And you could tell just by the way it looks who it is. And it's not Captain Kirk, if you will. But he gave me some really good information on where they came from, why they were made, all that stuff. And the long and the short is I'll add all that information up later. But the long and the short is they were made for, there's very poor parts, he said, that they have over there in Mexico. And they were made for kids that didn't have a lot of money. And the funniest part, we got done with the conversation. He said, the funny thing, Lou, is that these were made because the kids couldn't afford the originals. Originals meaning Mego and Lily Leedy, right? So they made these cheap knockoffs. But he goes, the bootlegs and the knockoffs are way more expensive than the originals. I said, 100%. Even a perfectly mint old Mego doesn't really go for the price of some of these things. All right, so let me see what's going on here. Side. Nice Batmobile. Yeah, thank you. Nice Beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed. I have to check out the rerun getting ready for the Michigan game. Nice. Did anybody watch World Cup today? I got family here from Spain, and they're into that World Cup like crazy. That's their thing. U.S., I don't know what happened to them, man. I feel like the guys got cocky, and they got their ass beat. They got their ass beat 3-1. It was 2-0 and went up to 3-1. And poor Australia, man. I was so excited. I want to get on here and do the Australia, Aussie, oi, oi, oi. And they played the ball like 90% of the time in their own half. They kept sending it back to the goalie. And I'm like, what the hell? And then they're kicking it, passing it in front of the goal. I'm like, somebody's going to score with that. And eventually that's basically what happened. But anyway, that's a shame. So they're both out. But, I didn't really expect the U.S. to get that far, to be honest with you. So good for them. The U.S. has not been playing football or European football or soccer, as we call it here, as long as some of these European countries have. So we don't have the experience yet, but we're getting there a little bit of time. But crazy things going on. Japan beating people. I'm like, what? Japan? When does Japan win all this stuff? They're like, usually they're not the best teams. Italy's not in it again. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's like Italy not being in the World Cup is like taking pizza and pasta away from Italy or tomato sauce. It's unacceptable. It should just never happen. When I was a kid, Italy was in all the time. They were like favorites. So whatever. All right. So enough of the World Cup. Hopefully you're checking out and you get it. No World Cup, but my Boston Celtics and Boston Bruins did not lose in November since you asked. There you go, George. George, very excited. Talk about his Bostonians up there. He's very, very happy. I love this. Fonz needs that bike. The only problem with that bike is it's 1/6 scale, Dean. So I think 1/6 is G.I. Joe, right? Not Mego. It's a little bigger than probably it looks on the screen here. But that wouldn't be bad for Fonz when he jumped the shark. All right, let's get to the box. Did I just stab it? Just kidding. All right, let's get to the box. Danny Gates, I hope you're watching. I know he's very upset about the Australia loss today. I would be too against Argentina. I would be too. But let me show you what you got, Danny. I think this is going to cheer you up. Like I said, I'm going to name this show in honor of Danny Gates. And before we do that, hang on. Let's see. Hang on. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let's have to bring it up on this laptop. All right, let's see if we can do this. You ready? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this. Let's see. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. You know, it always cracks me up about Australia because everybody in Australia is very mixed. And for those of you who don't really know how Australia was formed, well, we're not talking about how it was formed in Earth, but Australia was actually where the British shipped their criminals. They shipped them to Australia back in the day. Matter of fact, we had a discussion about this. You ever seen the wines called 19 Crimes? Well, those 19 crimes are what could have got you shipped out of England to Australia, and they just expected to be a criminal place for them to go live. They didn't think things was going to happen. And Australia's boomed into this incredible economy. So quite a mix in there. Red snapper, or what's in the box? What's in the box? Nothing, absolutely nothing stupid. What's in the box? I love it. All right, you ready? Danny Gates, I dedicate this to you. There he is. KTAV Publishing House, Little Mac, Judah Maccabee, the whole history of Judah Maccabee. And hello, I am Judah the Maccabee, Commander-in-Chief of the Maccabean Army. I am looking for good, strong soldiers, boys and girls who will help me fight the Syrians. Why are you trying to recruit boys and girls? You look big and strong and brave. You are the person we need in our Maccabean army. Tie this badge onto your shirt. Hang on, because the card actually opened. Tie this badge onto your shirt and help me free our land and our temple. We want to be free so that we can live as Jews in our own land. Our army is very small. We do not have many weapons. The Syrians have a great many well-armed soldiers and giant war elephants. Though these huge beasts are very frightening. They trample our soldiers and break down our city walls. But you and I are Maccabees, and we have a surprise for the Syrians. We will attack them at night and in places in which they do not expect to find us. We will ambush their soldiers and scare the elephants with drums and with fire. You and I are Maccabees, and we will win. And then it just goes on to the whole history of the Maccabees and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Little Mac, Judah Maccabee. His pin did come out. That's for you to wear so you can get recruited. He's got his little crappy, can you see that? That is a wafer thin piece of, I think it's plastic. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had one of these things in my hand before, the shield, because it's either sealed or it gets lost. And here it is. It's a piece of vinyl. Look at that. It's a piece. This is his shield. It's a piece of vinyl. It's made out of the same shit that they made the original Mego playsets out of. What? Well, that ain't going to help too many people. But let's see if he can come out gently. Can I get him out without destroying him? No, Johnny's going to have a heart attack because the card was unsealed. But I want to show you guys this. This is very important. Here he is. Judah Maccabee, Little Mac. What I love about this, take a look at the boots. They look familiar to you. Green. Well, they're not really AJ fishing boots. They're green superhero Migos superhero boots. Green. These are kind of a olive green. He's got this crappy hinged body. It's hinged, right? He's got this crappy little. You see that? This is a much more real camera, I could tell, than my other one. He's hinged in plastic. Don't look up his skirt. He's got nothing on, Brian Sanchez. Don't get excited. But his head, does that head look? Here's his hat. There's his. I don't know what that's going to protect him from. That's like his little. That's kind of his little. What do you call that? Oh, I forgot. Kind of like what the Arab guys wear. He's got a little hat on. But look at his head. Does that look familiar? Can anybody identify that head? Well, they look like Green Arrow boots, but they're a different color. I wish I could show you. They're not bright. I know the camera in here, the color sucks. They're more like what's the right color? They more look like the color of moss. They're a darker, like crappier olive drab green. Almost army green is what they look like. Not the same color as Green Arrow. But if you look at the head, see the head? His head's like, it's a squishy Mego Blackbeard head that they remolded. Now, what I like about this one, he's complete. He's the only one I have that has this shield. This is the last one that I needed. I think so. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Because the other one that comes on the card is the same, but he comes with they comes with brown boots, but the brown is the same colors. Remember the M&M in the 70s, that was in the 80s, that was brown, it was like caramel color. It's like baby diarrhea. That's the color of the boots. This one is, I've never had a green one in my life. Okay. Captain Kirk has. But I've had these figures before. I've never been able to come across one with the green boots to own or possess. Actually, I think I'm just going to shut this laptop down and move this over because it looks like it's getting a little dark, which is probably why you guys can't see shit. Let's see if this helps. It may not. This is definitely a different camera. Ooh, anybody getting a headache? Okay. So I haven't come across one like this. He has this Star of David. It's silk screen onto his outfit. He comes with this blue kind of belt thing and so on. And of course, you put on his hat and you put the headband on and so on. Now, for those of you guys that don't collect knockoffs, this probably has no interest for you. For those of you who do collect knockoffs, this figure is a real pain in the ass to find. He used to be really, I would say really common, a lot more common. He would not be showing up in your Woolworths. He would not be showing up in your McCrory's. He would not be showing up in your Toys R Us. He would be showing up in a more or less a religious store, a Hebrew or Jewish religious store, like the Rainfall, Bible Greats, and the We Win toys, Heroes of the Kingdom figures that showed up in Christian stores. He was actually what you would find, and if you went and shopped in one of the Jewish stores, if you will. So the shield actually goes on his arm. I mean, it's vinyl. The cool thing is it's not going to break, and it's got flexibility, so it just kind of hang on there. There he is. And then the pin is for you to wear, so you can have your menorah pin. Okay, Brian Sanchez, I'm going to make you a copy. I'm going to 3D print you one because I know you want to wear one, and so on. Let's drop this topic because you already have a few of his figures. So this speaks volumes about you and what you do with your figures at night with the ones. Damn it, Sanchez. You ruin everything. No, so this is the green boot variant, which I was very excited to get. The other ones are over there. They're in the brown boots. If you haven't seen them, well, then just go back and watch one of the old videos I did. It's on YouTube. You can find it. Or you can go to mymegolike.com. Check it out. It's under KTAV Publishing House, 8-inch action figure Judah Maccabee. This is the only action figure I know that they made, and it was made back in the 70s, I think. I think it's 70s. Yeah, 70s. Unless it was very early 80s, because it's actually made in Hong Kong, not in China. So there's an indication, because remember when Hong Kong got turned over back to China, went from British there. So this is actually, it's actually a very rare figure, whether you collect these or not. In the knockoff world, this is a grail for me. This is a very difficult figure to find, especially complete. Now the card's kind of separating. The card's humongous. I mean, it's monstrous. It's like the size of the Mego Flash Gordon cards, I think. If I got that right, we're going to get him back in there and the collection. Now, there is one version that I was able to get from our man, Dennis Glinsky, aka Toy Den, and he found he paid, I don't know what he paid for, probably 50 cents or $1 for one. There was a bag version that came with a header card. I have a picture up on my Mego Like. Somebody in another room actually owns it and sent it to me. He says, I don't even know what this is, just some crappy figure. I'm like, that crappy figure is very hard to find. So he actually sent me a picture, and then Dennis sold me the one. He doesn't have his hat, he doesn't have his shield, he doesn't have his pin, but he's got the boots. his hair color, his face, are actually, they're much better painted in the bag than they were on the card. It's a little bit different tone, and the outfit's slightly different as well, but very, very cool. Okay, that's what we have there. All right, enough of that shit. Okay, so we're putting up more and more pages. I'll be putting up a bunch of pages, I think, tonight on myamigolike.com. Very excited. If you didn't subscribe to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. Please click yay, do all that kind of shit and so on. All right. I will be adding more stuff. I have some really cool stuff coming in. I have something, it's 3 months. It's been sitting at FedEx trying to get here from Italy. It's big and it's badass, and we're waiting for it. Hopefully it will be here soon. Very, very excited to get that. I forgot what else it is. I think that's it. All right. So I'm going to give away, I'm going to take everybody's name that's in here that actually watched the video. There's 7 people on YouTube and 1. Wow. There's 7 people on YouTube and there's 1 in, that's crazy. And there's 1 in, wow. Okay. There's 1 on Facebook. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all your names that were in there and I'm going to throw them into my lottery machine, and I'm going to find out who wins. I'll give away 2 things. One, I'll give the Landspeeder. The other one, I'll give the Batmobile. I'll send those out. I have some other stuff I need to be giving away. Oh, and by the way, I know I post this in the Facebook group, but for those of you guys who bought some of the toys that I was selling, it was like $195 that we sold of stuff. There's still more shit to get rid of, but sold, and we donated that to Jack's Kids, which is an organization, North Jersey. I believe, if I remember correctly, it's associated with, I think it's an Elks Lodge up there. One of my customers actually runs it, or runs part of it, and they take the money. They don't just do Christmas presents. I didn't realize this. They actually help families with special needs kids pay for things, or young adults pay for things that they can't afford. So, for example, and they do it for life. So if they take you on, they'll help you pay the medical bills or pay your medical bills if they need, not necessarily the medical bills. They help them pay, like if they need, like I don't know, like a special chair that helps them stand up. That's like $4,000. They pay for that. So it's really cool. So you guys did well. And she said to tell everybody, thank you for your donations and stuff. And we really appreciate that and so on. I'm also thinking, while the Secret Santa is going on, that I might be randomly drawing. I'm going to see how many things I have floating around here. I might be randomly drawing some names and just sending you guys some extra shit from me, not just from your Secret Santa, but from me. And I'm going to dig some of that stuff out and so on. If you guys also, in addition, I went out and ordered some bog monsters, glow-in-the-dark bog monsters from White Elephant Toys. If you guys are wondering if they're legit, they are legit. Jason has stock of them, and he ships them very quickly. I think he shipped mine the same day or the next morning or something. Tracking, the communication has been fantastic, which is great. So I'm excited to get those. Hopefully they'll be there by Monday. Really excited for them to get those. So I'm going to add the bog monster to the horrible mummy to the Wolfman figure that came in the baggy cards, and we're going to get them up and on a shelf. I'm actually excited to get those and so on. Wait, if that's Dean Verge, who's Dean's Toy Box? Oh, that is Dean Verge. Is that you as Dean's Toy Box on YouTube, or is that somebody else? Because I think that's you. I can't imagine 2 Deans like that. It could be 2 Deans. But if it's different, that's cool too. I'm actually happy about that. All right, so here's the deal with the Facebook group. We don't have to hit any certain goals, but we thought, oh, it's not you? Oh, all right. So I don't know who. So my apologies to the person coming as Dean's Toy Box. I apologize. I thought you were Dean Verge. So you are Dean's Toy Box. You're a different person. I'm not sure I know who you are. I might know who you are, but everybody does different names on YouTube except for Brian Sanchez, who comes in as the man. Oh, Coy Dean. Ah, all right. So I got it. So Coy Dean Muncie is Dean's Toy Box. Okay. All right. Don't be coy with me, Dean's Toy Box. Thank you. Please try the veal. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, I gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna be get some stuff out of there. We may do. I'm thinking, like, the Secret Santa thing has been pretty cool. If you guys like it and if you missed it, We may maybe we'll do one in January or something, or do one after. It's fun to it's kind of a bitch to keep track and organize, but as long as everybody participates fairly, it actually comes out to be a really cool thing. It's actually good. We got quite a different people in there. Yes, Coy, I know who you are. I didn't realize Dean's Toy Box was Coy D. Muncie. I got you. I got you. Very, very cool. All right, I got you. Thank you for clarifying. All right. So anyway, I was gonna say I'm out looking for a few things. I don't know if you guys are. I'm out looking for some of these Star Troopers. Does anybody else collect these things? I know the Leonard, they're not exactly the best quality, but they do make some badass monsters and vehicles and stuff. Did anybody else collect those? If you have, shoot me a message. I'm thinking I'll put a page up for those on my Amiga like. Apparently there's a lot more than I thought. I started looking around and there's a shitload of stuff up there and so on. So we'll see what's going on. Curious what else, but what do you guys collected at Tip Your Waitress? Nice, Sanchez. Tip Your Waitress. What are you guys collecting these days? What are you guys hoping for Christmas? I know I'd asked this last time. Do you guys have family that knows the kind of stuff to buy you? Like, would they know what to get you to put in your collection? Do they buy you things that are something that you would add to your collection? My wife gets me stuff. I don't know how she knows. She's figured shit out. I guess she comes down here, looks around, and then figures it out. But she's actually got me some really cool stuff. Last year, I got the Mezco Batman box set, the deluxe set. Thing's ridiculously expensive. It's badass, which means I have to make sure I take care of her in exchange as well, which I think I do. I mean, gift-wise, Sanchez, gift-wise. So what are you guys looking to get this year? What are you guys looking for? I've heard a lot of vintage G.I. Joe stuff. Okay, you're hunting vintage Mego. Okay. You need Iron Man's head or Vance Duke's head. Actually, Dean, I have an Iron Man's head, but dude, the paint is gone from it. If you like, I'll be happy to send it to you, but it's not. Matter of fact, I could show you. It looks like it's faded and shit. So you'd have to paint it back up. But if you want the head, I'll be happy to send you the head. It's no problem. I can send it to you because I'm not going to do anything with it. Although Iron Man is one of my favorite characters. So the Mego Iron Man, the vintage one, maybe one day I'll go back and try and collect that. As of now, no, but I might try. 50. Okay, so Dean Verge is looking for the 50th anniversary Migos. George Cairns, nothing new, waiting for Amigo Spidey from Marcus. That's your Christmas present. Nice. Very nice. Did you order it? Did you order that from Marcus, or did your wife get that for you? Mr. Cairns. Mr. Cairns. You can repaint it? Okay. Dean, or Coy, Jesus. Coy, send me PM me your address, and I'll put it in the mail to you. Okay? I'll put it in the mail to you. And if Jason Schiermeier's on here, I got the Joe mummy and sarcophagus for you. That's a done deal. I told you I'd get that out to you. Flock fibers and Joe's. Where do you buy flock fibers? They come from China. I guess you could buy them online. That's interesting. And Joe's and Dino, you're talking about vintage Joe's, the 12-inch? Okay. Oh, here we go. Sex find. Oh, let's put this one up. Sex find at XYZ. New at dating for all tastes and ages. All right. Well, you know what, homie? Guess what I say to that? Let's see. Bye. See ya. You ain't allowed in no more. Vor red all the way. Where's Max when I need him? Vor red, vor red, vor red, vor red, vor red, vor red. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, we get the uncanny types coming in here. So what can I tell you? It is what it is. Small list. Dean Verge, small list. You'll take the head. Okay, Corey, I'm sending you the head. You got it. Okay. Nope. You got it. I got it. Oh, too funny. Or repro. Okay. So is anybody looking for anything that's extremely difficult to get? Actually, I'm curious if Dean, if you can get those 50th anniversary Migos in Canada. Nothing shows up at my Walmart. Once in a while I get I saw one of the Walmarts by me. Because when I was chasing them, I looked. They got the Q figure, and there was 4 of them in there, and all the cards were fucked up and shit. And I'm like, I'm not buying this crap. First of all, the character sucks, in my opinion. Sorry, just my opinion. I don't really like that show. I like Star Trek, the original, more than anything. The card was bent up. It was dicked up. It looks like somebody ran over it with a fucking forklift. And I'm like, who's gonna pay for that shit? but I'm curious if you can find them out there. But I keep saying this, and you guys do whatever you want. But my thing is like, I guess if you like the new body or if you want to try and get the new bodies, because those boxes have been made for years ago. If you guys know Roberto Legatti, he can tell you firsthand those boxes have been reproduced way in the past by guys, really good quality boxes. I don't know if the new Mego boxes are good or not. I think the appeal to them is more that it kind of sparks what you had as a kid more than, oh, I can't wait to get them. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I really have no interest in them at all. Matter of fact, I got a couple original Megos here. I got a Batman, I got a Robin, I think I got a Superman, maybe a couple other figures, which actually that might be a good thing to sell off. Maybe I could sell those off. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. I don't know. I'd rather sell them off and take the money and give it to some kids that could need it. Some stuff like that. But I couldn't give any new Migos to kids for Christmas. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm afraid like an arm's going to fall off or a hand's going to fall off. The kid's going to swallow it and I'm going to get sued. So I ain't doing that shit. What is this? Let's see. Vor Red. Yes. Very nice. Brian Sanchez. The shout out to Vor Red. You know what we need for Vor Red? Hang on. Hold on. If we're doing Vor Red, hang on a second. I got it for you. Hang on. Here we go. Since we're talking Russian, because if you guys don't know Vor Red is Russian. That's our friend used to come in and post in Russian. I don't know if he's posting for sex sites or whatever he was, but let's do a little something here. Hang on. All right, first we're gonna kill this. This is actually one of my vendors that I sell, believe it or not. All right, hang on. Here we go. You ready? Guy's one of my favorites. You guys remember that guy? He was fantastic, wasn't he? He was fantastic. That's great background music. I asked Tony May, because he's a wicked guitarist, if when we do our live streams, if he would like to kind of just pop on with a guitar. He doesn't have to, talk or anything, but just like maybe play some riffs before we start, and you can just jump in the middle. If Brian Sanchez throws up a joke and you're like, wow, wow, or something like that. There's some shit in there. So I'm trying to encourage Tony to do that. So if you guys know Tony May, who's a wicked ass artist and custom maker, please encourage him to come with his guitar to our live stream so we can get him. Guys, isn't that guy awesome? He's fantastic. Nothing like the Soviet Union to bring out the best in people in their music. It's just fantastic. You can make the boxes. It's not about that. Okay. I don't blame. I really want the new Super Joe's. Oh, yeah. No, Dean, I agree with you. I think it's more reminiscing or so on. I mean, for me, that's the only reason I buy the old shit. I mean, I have stuff that I never owned, never even saw before till I joined. It was in Migo like, and people start posting stuff and seeing stuff. So there. But yeah, no. Listen, get what you want, collect what you want. Our toy logo. A real toga is this one. Where is it? How come I don't have it up here? What? Say what? I'll put it right up front. Here it is. Ready? Your toys, your collections. You collect what you guys want and enjoy it. Don't let anybody else tell you no, you can or can't. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. George Cairns. You know what? George Cairns just dropped the Nagasaki bomb. That's what he did. Hang on. Oh, no, I can't. I can't because if I do, George, it's going to haunt me. It'll just play over and over in my head. I can't. You're going to make me, if I put that shit up there, it's going to haunt me. It's already haunting me. I can hear it in my head. The other thing is George, I'll message you about the other thing, because sometimes it's F fucking you know who. I'm F fucking you know who kind of shit, kind of funny stuff there. Gilbert Rodriguez, Mr. Final Faction. Have you guys joined Gilbert Rodriguez's Final Faction group yet? If you have not, you need to reach out. You need to get your ass in there with some really cool stuff that we talk about. Lots of cool toys coming on. For those of you guys who were collecting Final Faction and not following up, the Venom series is already on its way out. I was able to pick up a couple of pieces. The Venom series are kind of like repaints of the other stuff. They change the color of some of the plastics and so on, but it's actually very, very cool. The Super Joes, I think, are going to be great. I know Jason is working very hard on those. I know Dan Samillo is got a lot of information on those, and I think I can say this because I think Jason posted. I hope I don't fuck anything up when I do this, but all right. Well, I think he'll be okay with it. So Jason showed me some stuff that he's doing in a 12-inch format. Yes, a 12-inch format. I don't know any other guys like Jason or any of these guys are doing the 12-inch format. Maybe there are. I mean, I guess you could say like, what the hell's the one place called? Oh, Cots World or something. But no, he's actually looking at reproducing in the 12-inch format, which I think is great. Oh, look who's back. Here we go. How about some sex? I guess that's sex69.fun. Find yourself a hot girl here. There ain't no hot girls on this channel, homeboy. That's all I got to tell you. So you know what I'm going to tell you? Hey, see ya, bitch. Have a nice one. Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. There we go. Well, that's that monkey's going, sweet. Dean says, sweet hot girls. Not in this channel. I don't think so. I haven't seen him any in a toy group. Well, I think those hot girls are for a different type of toy group. Yeah, I think they're for a different type of toy. We only get this guy over here. There's no lyrics to that song. It's just and he looks like, I mean, the guy looks like Skeletor. I don't know. It's almost like he has no eyebrows or something. His eyes are like sunk in his head. It's really crazy. Yeah, really, really crazy. Yes, he showed the 12-inch body. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't say he showed the 12-inchers because that would have been inappropriate for this room. How dare you? All right. He has honey in his voice. That's an excellent you know what? That's actually, and you guys are like all over the place. He does have honey in his voice. He's got raw honey in his voice. And according to the sex69.fun guy that was in here, well, he may have some honey on his channel too, but they ain't coming in here. I need some Vor Red. Where's all the Vor Reds? I love the Vor Reds. Those were fantastic. Do we have anything like there's something like this? This would have been good. I don't know if they have it. Oh, here we go. This would have been nice. Hold on. I don't know if this is the song I was looking for, but yeah, I don't get. No offense to Russian people. I just their dances are quite acrobatic, but I just don't get it. It's kind of like a slow polka to me. I don't know, but I don't really know much about music. What can I tell you? Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so that's what we got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed what we had to show you. Let's not forget to all reach out and tell Danny Gates to make sure he watches his channel because there's nothing that Daniel Gates from down under Australia likes better than a religious action figure. He loves them. It's his favorite. It's his favorite. He loves those religious action. As a matter of fact, everybody should go out and find all the We Win and Rainfall figures, and let's put them in a big box and mail them to Dan with a note that says, Dan, Jesus saves and we're here. And let's see how he reacts to that. All right. Dean, Coy Dean, Muncie, send me your address, PM me your address. I'll put the head in the mail. Like I said, you're going to have to paint it because it's not in great shape. Originally, I thought it was a Lily Leedy head, but no, it's Amigo head. So I'll send that off to you and so on. And I'll go randomize and I'll let you know who won the Hot Wheels Landspeeder, who won the Hot Wheels Batmobile, and if I have some other stuff or shit that I'll be giving away. Actually, I have a quick question. Somebody said this is one of the more modern Joes, the G.I. Joe figures. Is that accurate? I'm really not into these. I don't know. I was wondering if I should sell them or whatever. Les Sanchez, can you put one of your vintage outfits on him? I don't think it'll fit, will it? Will the body fit? If you want Sanchez, I know Sanchez is big into the vintage stuff, but I know you need some bodies for some outfits. Sanchez, if you want something like that, let me know. Let me know. I'll be happy to send that out to you. What did I miss? Around 2000. Oh, around 2002. Okay. So this guy's from around 2002. Okay. All right. No problem. Beautiful. Thanks, Coy. I appreciate it. I'll make sure I get that head out to you. I'll get that head out. I'm going to send you a little head. Oh, this is heavy duty from the 90s. How you guys fucking know that? I don't remember these figures. I really don't. I don't remember these Joes. I don't. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just not what I collect. I got him free in a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, and I'd rather he goes to a good home. I know Sanchez was looking for bodies, but I think he wants vintage bodies. So Sanchez, if you don't want them, that's fine. Not heavy duty, but dump tissue or two. Okay, not heavy duty. Okay, well, whoever he is, like I said, if you want him, Sanchez, he's yours. If you don't, no problems. I will get him to another good home somewhere. Love some of this shit. There we go. Yablachko, the Moscow Ballet. Ugh, I hate YouTube commercials. I really do. I know that's how they fund their stuff, but I hate their commercial. A little head beats. That's true. That is very, very true. A little head beats none. That's true. Or sometimes you just. I'm not gonna even say it. I'm done. No more of that. No more of that. This heavy dude was a Hall of Fame Joe with a flat top. Okay. I got a bunch of them very bulky. I gave them all to my son. Oh, you gave them to your son. Okay. Okay. I think they put his boots. Yeah, they did. He's actually got his boots on the wrong feet. I just realized that. I don't know. I mean, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. Whoever gets them can change the boots. I don't want to. Also, just something I have here. Oh, God, guys. I have a bag of broken Johnny West figures. There's Mark's Johnny West. This is the Johnny West figure, and the kids in there, the little kids in there, like their arms broke off, their legs. I have no patience to repair this. They're heavy. If somebody's looking for parts on this stuff, let me know. I'm happy to get you some stuff, because as much as they're really cool, I know Dan Gates says he's working on getting me my first Johnny West figure. At least not broken one, if you will. I'll be happy to send those to a good home if we could. All right, gentlemen, I think that's the end of it for tonight. Again, just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for putting up with my shit for the last 50 minutes and 5 seconds of which you will never get that back in your life. I'm going to go chill out, get some of these pages done, finish up some client work, and move forward. I think that's probably it for today, unless something cool comes in. I'm really waiting. So what's been sitting for 3 months, apparently now it's in customs. The guy's like, oh, it'll be there in a week. That was weeks ago. But he's like, look, if it doesn't come in, I'll pick, whatever. We'll see. It's a big gym. It's what's command headquarters. It basically looks like the Barbie Dream House. It's stacked on, like the Wayne Manor. It's stacked up tall, and it's in the box, apparently never opened. I can't imagine it's going to make it here in one piece without being damaged. But the guy shipped it on a slow ship, and it's been sitting there forever. I'm like, what, dude? It wasn't that expensive, but anyway. Last one was usually well with a long break. Yes, that's very true. It's very, very true. Harry's here. What is up, Harry? Harry, you're from the UK, right? We talked about this, I think. I think you're from the UK, if I remember. Actually, I was watching your channel this week, Harry, just so you know. I was watching your channel. I appreciate you jumping in. Guys, feel free to invite anybody into Migo like you want. I'm not kidding. You can invite anybody, even the 1 or 2 people that some of you guys think should never be in there. They're welcome to come in. We welcome everyone. Everyone with open arms and open hearts. Oh, you're from Delaware. Oh, shit. All right. So you're probably like an hour and a half from me. Not even. You're less than an hour from me, probably. From Delaware. Okay. The only thing I know about Delaware is it's really quick for me to drive through to Maryland. Yeah, you guys have like the cheapest taxes, if any. And on Wayne's World, they're like, hey, we're in Delaware. That kind of thing. So I don't really have that many people that like me, Harry. Thank you for the compliment, but most people don't like me because I'm a really mean motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. No, what happens is I'm a little outspoken and I don't like when people trample others. So I get outspoken. So what sometimes happens, those situations, those people that I speak out against, they like to concoct stories to tell people what a bad guy I am. And that's okay. Because feared or respected, I don't care either way. I like both. Just kidding. I kid. I am really a nice person. I just don't like when people trample others. I think that's terrible. And I don't put up with that shit from anybody. And I don't put up with people working from home not doing their jobs. That pisses me off. Let's not go into that shit. All right, let's just talk toys and shit. Oh, I did get some really cool comic books last week, I think it was. I found a new comic shop in Tom's River, and I actually have to go back down there. I got some like Turok and Tarzan. I think I showed some of them. But I really like those. Any comic book that's kind of like from the 70s or earlier, it's kind of like a barbarian or Tarzan, and they got like dinosaurs and they got science fiction and all that shit mixed in. I love that shit. Like John Carter from Mars, that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. It's like my favorite stuff. I'll vouch for Lou. He's good people. Well, Dean only says that because he's in Canada and he wants me to keep sending him toys. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. To people that are nice, I'm really nice to, and I'll do everything I can to help. But people that stomp on each other, I don't like them very much, Harry. Just picked up some stuff from 2004 King Kong toys. Ooh. Well, Harry, are you doing? I saw some of your YouTube. Why don't you do a YouTube on those so we could check them out? We can come in and watch it. We come check it out and do some comment and stuff. I think that'd be good. I think it's really cool. I think that's great. I love King Kong. I love King Kong. I think King Kong's badass. My first time I ever saw King Kong, I was 7 years old. I was living in Torino, and back then TV only came on for like 4 or 6 hours a day. It was crazy. It would come on at like 7 in the morning to like, no, I think I'm sorry, more than that. It comes from like 7 in the morning to like 10 in the morning. They would shut off. Then at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon would come on and be on till like 11 o'clock at night and shut off. It was crazy. But we saw, my mom calls me and it goes, come in. I was 7 years old, 1976. And they were showing the old King Kong, the old stop motion King Kong from the 1930s. And I just fell in love with it. I'm like, this is fantastic. And then, you start getting into the stop motion films, like all the Ray Harryhausen stuff and the Sinbad. We actually, it's really funny. I just remembered we went to see Sinbad, I think the 7th voyage of Sinbad. Didn't that come out like 1975 or 74? We went and saw it at a drive-in. My parents, myself, and one of my younger sisters. My other one wasn't born yet. We saw them. It was there. You're a huge fan. Sinbad. Yeah, I love Sinbad. Sinbad's very fantastic. And George, I love this. George says it's true. Ask the ambassadors. That's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. That's my latest video. It's in between a video and what? Oh, okay. I'm going to go check it out. So, Harry, let me go check it out. So I need to go see your latest video. Brian, check in. Yeah, I'd like to check that out. I think if you're getting King Kong stuff, you can't lose with King Kong. I think King Kong is just effing badass. He ripped a Tyrannosaurus Rex mouth in half. He just tore it open. I mean, Jesus H. Christ. That's badass. And he's a gorilla fighting a lizard. It's got some massive claws. Matter of fact, it was really funny. We were in my office yesterday, just strange. We were talking about somehow we were talking about gorillas. Don't ask me why. And I told him I went to New Mexico, to Albuquerque, to the zoo, and they had gorillas and chimps and stuff behind these glass walls. And you can stand there and people tap on the glass. They tell you not to do it. And this does a chimp? I guess it was a chimp, or maybe it was kind of a young gorilla. Yeah, it was a young gorilla. He would get close to the glass. He'd get within 6, 7, 8 feet. He'd just sit there like he's doing nothing. All of a sudden, he would jump at the glass. Wah! And he'd make this open his mouth, and everybody would run. And then the fucking gorilla would laugh. It was hilarious. And the keeper's like, "Oh yeah, he loves to do that." I said, "Aren't you ever worried the gorilla's going to break the glass?" He's like, "No, they can't break that glass." Then I walked to the next place for the gorilla, and the glass it's cracked and shattered. It's not broken through, but it's cracked and shattered. I said, "I thought you said the gorillas couldn't break through there." He goes, "Well, that was an old silverback. He was a little stronger than we thought, and he busted, but he's been moved." I'm like, maybe you guys should use thicker glass. You know what I mean? Let's see. Golden Voyage came out in 73. Seventh was okay. So then Dean, I saw the Golden Voyage of Sinbad because I was, like 4 or 5 years old. So in 73, I would have been 4 years old. Yeah, that was, I remember sitting in the back and my feet couldn't even touch the ground of the car. I was a little kid. That's when we saw the Golden Voyage. Clash of the Titans in my top movies of all time. You're talking about the original Clash of the Titans, I know, Dean. I don't think you're talking about the new one, or are you talking about the new one? I love the original one. I love that whole Greek mythology thing. That's fantastic. I love it. Patrick Wayne, Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger. Yes. Sinbad in the Eye of the Tiger. That's a great movie. I could go back and watch those Sinbad movies 100 times and never get bored. They were fantastic. What are we looking at here? Oh, okay, hold on. So we got a little something. Dean, what do we look? Oops, hold on. What are we looking here? We've got a YouTube watch. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check. Oh, is that one of the Sinbad movies? All right, I'm gonna have to go check that out. Original, of course. I agree with you. Yeah, the new one's kind of crappy, and I'm sure everybody caught this when you watch the new one. You saw when they picked up the oh, what the hell was his name? The mechanical owl. He was like, "Oh, what's this?" Ah, nothing. And just put it back. That was hilarious. I cracked up when I saw that. I did crack up. I don't like the Kraken in the new one. I really don't. No offense. I don't really like it. And if you saw the movie, what was the movie after Clash of the Titans? Oh, it was so bad with Ralph Fiennes and what's his name? Liam Neeson. Oh, it was so bad. I couldn't stand. Well, to me, it was so bad I couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. Booble. Yes, Boobo's okay. Boobo, yeah. They pick him up and they put him back. I don't know what that second movie was called. I forget what it's called, but that was bad. Oh, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Terrible, absolutely terrible. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks definitely for watching. I really appreciate it. Harry, I'm going to check out your video. I don't know why I keep thinking you're in the UK. You're an hour south of me. I'm sure I'm going to bring that up again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out. Spread the word. Let your friends come into Migo Like. We're here to chat, talk about anything, post your collections. Actually, Harry, you should post some of that. You should post your link in the Migo Like on the Facebook page so people can come check it out. If you don't, I'll do it for you. We want people to see what other people are doing. Love the creativity. Love the talks, the information. I could tell you 85 to 90% of my collection is based on learning from others in these groups. So it's not like I had all this knowledge at one point. It was learning over the years. But Bubba, Medusa, and Calibos, yes. Does anybody have the old Clash of the Titans figures from the 80s? I think they're badass. Those are some really cool figures. And that fucking Kraken, forget it. That thing is so expensive. Oh, my buddy has one. I mean, it's humongous. It's wicked cool. It's so much better, that Kraken, than the original one. I just thought they did a good job. But anyway. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I just took an hour of your life away. You will never get that hour back. But in any case, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Peace. Be good. Yes, be good. Let's put up our big banner.